Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2024. Oh my goodness, we made it to the new year. My name is Briana Thezard, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Briana Thezard's Journey. I am so excited to take you on this journey on just where I'm heading in life, all the things that I've learned in this previous season. This is what today's episode is going to be about, but I'm just so happy that I made it to 2024. And again, Happy New Year. And I'm just looking forward to building this channel and just again taking you on the journey. So let's start. So this episode today is going to be on all of the things that I learned in 2023 and how I'm just hoping for better in 2024. So pretty much all the lessons that I've learned in 2023, just applying them to 2024. So I'm just again so thankful to be here. It's so crazy how when people do certain projects in life or have a YouTube channel or accomplish something, you don't know the season that they had before they enter that greatness, right? Before they enter that accomplishment. And so of course I'm here now. I have a YouTube channel. I'm starting to build my other platforms on TikTok and on Instagram. But the season before this, whew, it was a season, but I feel like every season has a reason, and the challenges that I faced in 2023 are definitely gonna shape how my life is in 2024, and honestly has just the woman that I am today because of the season I came out of. Like I honestly, even though I wouldn't want to do it again, I'm proud that I use those challenges to become who I am today. So we're gonna get into it. All right, so the first thing I learned, the first lesson that I learned in 2023 that I will be taking with me in 2024 is really having a vision for your life. And so I would say this is definitely the most important thing to know of why am I here? Like what's my vision? What do I want to see for myself in the future? For me, I'm a believer, so I say God. Some people say the universe. Some people may not believe in anything, or they may believe in any other higher power. Whatever you believe in, I believe that there is a certain vision that you're given. And so for me, I realize it is so important to know what direction you're going into in life. Like, what are you here for? And the reason why that's so important is because all of your decisions are going to align with what that vision is. And so when there's certain people in your life, when you have a certain vision, the people should align the vision that you have for your life, your daily lifestyle, your routine, everything aligns with what you're looking to become. So even when you look at, and my favorite people to be inspired by are athletes. Like I love looking at athletes. Like I love their documentaries. I love seeing their journey. Some of them either posted or, most of the time you'll see it in a documentary. But I love how they have a vision of, okay, one day I'm going to be in the NBA, and everything aligns to that. So the way they eat aligns to where they're going. I'm sure the people that they hang around are, at least allowing them to have that positive mindset of, okay, I'm going to become a basketball player one day. So I need to have my mind right. I need to be around certain people. I need to eat a certain way. I need to work out more than the average person. Because of the vision that they have, everything aligns with that. And so I would say for me in the season that I came out of, I realized that yes, I do have a vision for my life, but the things that are within my life need to align to what that looks like. And so again, that was just very important for me. And I know in 2024, for sure, keeping that same alignment, like you cannot always do what everybody else does. That's one thing that I learned, especially in the era of social media. There's so much information being put out, but you got to take what's best for you. Everybody doesn't know what's best for you. There's not a one size fits all. And so that's definitely lesson one. Like, okay, what am I here for? And how do I get everything in my life to align to that? So that's definitely one lesson I learned. The second one that I learned was, I think, a really big lesson, and that is, everybody has a goal in life. Like, okay, some people want to purchase a home, some people want to start a family, some people want to get out of debt. And so when you have that goal, a lot of times in your head, you have a plan on how it's going to go. And typically, always, the plan never goes how you want it to. Not all the time, but a lot of times it doesn't go as planned. However, one thing that I learned is the goal doesn't change, but the plan may change. And I think that was my biggest thing because I'm a planner. I will, let me tell you, journals, I have so many journals where I write down my ideas, write down my plans, like have schedules. Like I love that. But sometimes life just doesn't work that way. So, having the goal of, for me, I'm in my later 20s now. I am in a space where eventually I do want to, build to have a family and generational wealth and all these great things. But I realize that those things can happen, but they just may not be in the way that I plan them to be. And so, although things didn't happen the way I wanted, especially in 2023, things didn't happen the way that I wanted to, not in the right timing. I realized that, okay, this sucks. The plan isn't how I anticipated. However, the goal is still the same, which means I'm still going to get what I want out of this life, even though it looks different. I'm still going to get the family. I'm still going to get the home. I'm still going to get the financial freedom. I'm still going to get the debt paid off. I'm still going to make the impact. Like I'm still going to do those things, but it's just not going to look like how I may want it to look in terms of that plan. So second is the goal doesn't change, but the plan may change. And I think really just being able to just pivot. That's my big word. Oh my God. I've learned in my late 20s, I've become the queen of the pivot. Like, I mean, you have a plan, I want to do this, and things don't go as planned. Like you just have to learn to pivot. You just have to move a life. Imagine if you have something you want to achieve in life, it doesn't go how you want, and you're like, okay, yep, well, I guess this is not for me. No. Listen, we're gonna dive deep into my journey, but I mean, even when it comes to relationships, like there are relationships that I've had where it just did not work out, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like why is it so hard to find somebody? Like, why can't I just want the family? Like, hello, I feel like I would be an amazing mother and wife. What is going on? And so, I think just having plans that have changed, it showed me that okay, it's okay. Like you're gonna have to pivot. Whatever cards you were dealt, you're gonna have to pivot, and the goal doesn't change. So I think that part is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in 2023. It's not easy. It's easier said than done, of course, because you just want stuff to happen how you want it to happen. But so I would say that's my second one. So the first one was having a vision for your life and really having things within your life aligned to what that is. Two is what do we say about two? Two is the goal doesn't change, the plan may change, and just going along with the pivot. Number three, I would definitely say is was understanding character. It's so interesting how you hear different things as you get older, but until you get into a situation where you actually need that lesson to be applied, it doesn't really make sense to you when you hear it. But then once you hit that point where you're like, oh, that's what that meant. And so I would say one thing that I really learned in 2023 is just really learning character, people's character. And I think that is the biggest thing. I didn't realize, and it sounds so crazy saying it out loud, but one thing I realized is everyone is nice when things are going great. When things are going smooth, everyone's nice. But what happens when life hits? What happens when you may not get the job? What happens when money looks a little funny? What happens when your relationship might not be as strong? How do you react to that? And so that is what shows your true character, not when, life is, the greatest, and just within yourself. What happens when life doesn't work out the way that you want it to? And so really learning about character, even when working with other people, whether that's collaborating on a project or a business, that's the same thing in relationships, like really understanding what character is. And I don't think in the past I really looked into that. It was more so like I see you for what you are, right? And so I would say that's the biggest thing. And I will also definitely apply that from 2023 into my romantic relationships in 2024 and learning like, girl, you have to look at character. What happens when things don't go as planned in their lives? What happens when things don't go right in your life? Like that shows when life hits you, how you respond. That is how you identify someone's character. And so that's definitely something I will absolutely. He's taking into 2024. And then the same thing when it comes to business partners, just anyone in your life. Like, when things are great, but when things are bad, how do you react to them? And of course, as a person, you're not always going to be happy and, oh, well, this is the right next step to take. But you'll be able to sense sometimes people can change completely. So I would say character, just really learning someone's character, not just taking them for just all of their happy days. So character, learning character, learning that the goal doesn't change, but the plan may change. Learning that everything within your life is just needs to be in alignment. So whether that's the people, whether that's, I mean, of course, everything is not always perfect, but it's really important to, in some type of way, have the things within your life align to the vision that God has for you. So again, like the example I use is I love athletes and just seeing their journey. And so their life is aligned to the vision that they're looking to build. So I would say those were the major three that I've learned. 2023, oh my goodness. It was a tough year. Another thing that I've learned is I am so much more resilient than I thought. Like 2023 was the year that I was like, oh yeah, I impressed myself. I impressed being able to pivot in the way that I pivoted. It's like, whoa, I proved to myself, like, you got this. When I tell you I had to lean on God, oh my goodness, this was the first season, maybe the second season, but this is probably the season that I just came out of was the most prominent where I felt like it was me and God. Like, it really felt like, okay, I don't know what's next. I don't know. Life just seems very cloudy right now, but I'm just trusting you. And so just being in that season just really showed me like, you got this. You got it, girl. Because man, I was really down and out. So just to see how I ended 2023, from having a really rough start to the year and just really throughout the whole 2023, just having a lot of challenges, to be able to end off the year the way I did, the way that I was able to just regain vision of what God has for me in terms of, of course, I'm going to talk more about the things that, just to talk about my overall journey, but just the things that are placed on my heart, like, hey, this is our focus. Like, you are meant to serve. And so just regaining that focus, being able to end the year where I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do this YouTube channel. Like, I've been talking about doing a YouTube channel for so long. I always felt like, oh, I don't have everything in order. What am I going to talk about? And I still don't have the things in order, but I'm like, listen, you just have to start. So this is my first, and of course, things are going to get better over time, but I'm just really thankful that I'm, again, made it through 2023 here in 2024, and just applying everything that I learned last year into this year, learning, how to decipher character, learning how to just remember it's good to have a plan. And I always will, have that vision and have that plan on how I'm going to do things, but just knowing that, things may not go as planned, but, that goal still is intact. And then also just learning that, sometimes you really just have to go through the ebbs and flow of life. So that's the main thing that I've learned, the main things that I've learned. And I will say, because I believe I'm my hardest critic, I will say I am so proud of myself. So proud that I've gotten to this point where I'm like, okay, you can do, and you said you're going to do what you did. So of course I'll talk more about the things that I set for 2023 that I've accomplished. But again, at the end of the day, I felt like that season was also so still. I'm the type of person who's like, project here, project this, working on this, working on that, and it was so quiet. It was so quiet. It was just, I think I needed that because it allowed God to really speak to me like, okay, here's the direction of your life. And just really understanding that, I always make this analogy because I'm a big Marvel fan. And so just understanding like this life is really not yours. Like, yes, you can make your life what you wanted and you can accomplish all the things that you have set for your life, but like you are here for a reason. There is a purpose of why you're existence, of why you're here. Like there's something that God wants you to do on this earth. And so I believe in that still season that just became very clear to me. And so I needed that time to be in a space where I felt like it was just me and him so I can really redirect myself. So even though I had so many challenges in 2023, I feel like it just redirected me into where I was supposed to be. So hate that that year had to be how it was, but I love that I'm back on track. I love that I'm walking in purpose. I'm glad that, you know, my love how my mind is just so different, and just the way I view things are just so different. It's crazy, but I know for sure that 2024 is going to be an amazing year. I'm so excited to see all the things come to fruition. I'm just excited. I'm also excited for rest. That's one thing I learned in that last season. Like, you need a pause sometimes. You don't. It's not always go 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 go. There's times where you have to do that, and there's times where you just, all right, let's just chill out a little bit. I need to talk to you. Sometimes you need to sit with yourself. So thank you all so much for watching. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm finally doing this. But please, if you have any comments, I want to know what are lessons in 2023 that you're taking into 2024. Of course, comment, like, subscribe. Oh my gosh, I am like a YouTuber now. But again, my YouTube channel is Briana Thezard's Journey. I'm super excited to take you on this life journey. You can follow me on Instagram. It's briana.thezard. And I'm looking forward to the next episode. And so I will be posting on YouTube every Sunday. So of course, this is the first video, and then many, many more to come. But thank you for watching, and please share with anyone who may be interested. So happy New Year.